So there is politics at the time of a pandemic, even as doctors are suffering, as you just heard. But what exactly is on? The Congress says that this is nothing. This is a simple BJP strategy called Operation Kamal. They want to destabilize governments. They've done it in Madhya Pradesh. They're doing it now in Gujarat and now even in Rajasthan. But the BJP says on their part, well, what do we do if they don't have their house in order? I have with me Lok Sabha MP of the Congress Party, Mr. Manish Tiwari. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. I want to know from you, Mr. Tiwari, how would you respond to the BJP's claim that your house is not in order, and if people are resigning, then what do we do?
Well, Sanket, it is unfortunate that at a time like this, I have been asked to respond to such an obtuse question, if I may put it very, very mildly. I think the government, rather than focusing on a classical three-front situation which has developed in the country over the past 2 months, is busy doing crass politicking. And the reason why I say that is, at a point in time when they should have been concentrating on containing the COVID-19 pandemic, on augmenting India's health infrastructure, they were busy in toppling the Madhya Pradesh government. In fact, a lot of people believe that Parliament also continued till 22nd of March in order to provide a fig leaf for the toppling game which was being played in Madhya Pradesh. And then you see the crass use of money and muscle power on display in Gujarat, where people are being coerced/lured in order to resign or switch sides. And then you see this sad spectacle playing itself out in Rajasthan. May I ask the NDA BJP question, is it important whether you get one Rajya Sabha MP more or one Rajya Sabha MP less at this point in time? When the nation faces its gravest crisis, when the world is seeing a pandemic exactly after a century, and in India's metropolises, be it Delhi, be it Mumbai, be it Kolkata, be it Ahmedabad, be it some of the other cities, you are almost in the specter of community transmission. You have China, which is standing ominously on our borders. You have strategic experts who have written about a possible Pakistani-Chinese collusion. And at this point in time, the government is busy doing virtual rallies and trying to poach MLAs. I think this is perhaps the worst governance deficit this country has ever seen.
Mr. Tiwari, you mentioned toppling of the Madhya Pradesh government, Parliament hopefully Parliament being continued, perhaps because they wanted to install their own government. Money power, you allege, in Gujarat, Rajasthan. But the Rajasthan Chief Minister also says that the Rajya Sabha elections were delayed to buy more votes, to perhaps create a situation where they can sneak in more Rajya Sabha members. Would you agree?
Well, the Chief Minister of Rajasthan is a very experienced political hand. If he has made a statement or if he has made a charge of such grave import, he obviously would have done it on the basis of some information that is available to him or he is privy to. But Sanket, my fundamental question is, at this point in time, does it matter whether the BJP gets one Rajya Sabha MP more or one Rajya Sabha MP less? Is this not the time when you should be saving lives? You are in Delhi. I am in Punjab today, which is relatively better off. But today, Delhi's health infrastructure is overwhelmed. You have the sad spectacle of the Chief Minister of Delhi saying that we will refuse treatment to those people who are not bona fide citizens of Delhi.
Yeah.
May I ask, isn't every citizen of this country a citizen of the national capital also? What is this theatre of the absurd which is playing itself out, and the NDA BJP government at the center is a complete mute spectator? So therefore, you have a very serious internal situation which has developed. You locked the country down at 381 cases. You've reopened the country at 1,79,000 cases. You are already close to 2,94,000 cases. You are spiking like the South Pole of Mount Everest. And all that the BJP can think about is buying and selling MLAs in order to get one Rajya Sabha seat more or one Rajya Sabha seat less, as if that is the beginning and the end of the world.
Mr. Tiwari, just a short while ago, we were speaking to resident doctors. Some of them were from Delhi's municipal, the municipal department, hospitals like Hindu Rao, hospitals like Kasturba Hospital. They've not been paid salaries for 106 days straight. Now, I wonder why this is not part of a huge political discourse.
No, Sanket, I absolutely agree with you. If you don't pay our frontline workers at this point in time, you are playing havoc with their morale. When your private sector has been in full and complete retreat on the health infrastructure side, it's your government doctors and your doctors in municipal run hospitals who have been holding on and who've been trying to fight an extremely tough battle. If at this point in time you do not pay them, or you cut the allowances of air crew, which is risking their lives in order to man those Vande Bharat flights, then it just goes to show what the priorities of this government are. And in fact, the past 75 odd days have completely exposed that this government does not have either the will or the measure or the wherewithal to govern this country. I mean, where in the world have you seen millions of people trying to walk home, being crushed under trains, being mowed down by buses, while an insensitive state just stands by for one long month and does not even provide them the modicum of transport to go home? In fact, to a lot of people who are of an elder generation than us, who actually saw the partition of India unfold, it brought back memories of the partition of India when you had thousands of people carrying their pitiful belongings, with children in tow, trying to walk to the safety of their home and hearth or their communities or a new country. So therefore, the priorities of this government are completely misplaced. And I do hope the people of this country wake up to this reality.
Okay. Right. Manish Tiwari, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Sanket.
Thank you. Let me now also get in the other side of the story, what the BJP thinks about these allegations. Rakesh Sinha, Professor Rakesh Sinha is now with us. Professor Sinha, you must have heard what Manish Tiwari had to say. He says this is the theatre of the absurd. The government's efforts are absolutely disjointed. And at a time of this crisis, it seems that the BJP is more interested in adding a number or two to their Rajya Sabha tally.
After listening him, I have only one sentence for that. A devil preaching scriptures. Who is talking? In fact, BJP is not deconstructing the Congress. Congress is passing through lemming mentality. And there are two glaring examples. Recently, you must have heard that Mr. Scindia, who lately joined Bharatiya Janata Party, very strong leader, who has credibility in his own state, irrespective of political party and ideology, he carries the legacy of his family in different way. And that person wanted to meet Sonia Gandhi. He did get opportunity. And earlier, this is not the exceptional case. Earlier, Hemant Biswa Sarma from Assam, who is performing as a very good administrator, as a deputy CM in Assam, he revealed that he went to Rahul Gandhi and he was feeding his dog rather than listening to the problem of the Assam. If you are not managing your home, political party is not a bundle of workers. There must be some magnetic thing to attract you. Some people are opportunists everywhere. They go here, there. But majority of the people get attracted to a political party or due to some ideology.
No. One moment. Professor Sinha, I just want to ask you this question. Why is it that this magnetic power increases just ahead of elections or just ahead of Rajya Sabha elections? Why is it that in Gujarat this magnetic power towards BJP intensified, got magnified ahead of Ahmed Patel's election? And
So
now again ahead of the 19 June elections.
I am completing it. And you reminded me about Ahmed Patel. I was on NDTV that day. It was a prolonged debate. And Bharatiya Janata Party's senior leaders, including some cabinet ministers, represented themselves in the election commission. You were making allegations, you, Miss Opposition, were making allegations against the election commission. Election commission had given verdict in favor of Ahmed Patel. This is the beauty of democracy. When it suits, you praise. When it doesn't suit, then you start making allegation against the election commission. Now, you know, in Rajasthan, the chief minister of Rajasthan or the party, a senior party leader has written a letter to Anti-Corruption Bureau. You are transforming the political will and political energy at the mercy of the Anti-Corruption Bureau. Tomorrow you will write to CBI. This is a political area. Na? If you have differences, if you have some concrete thing, go to the people.
No, but then you didn't answer my question, Professor Sinha. My question is that why is it that the magnetic power of the Bharatiya Janata Party, of leaders getting attracted to the BJP or the BJP's leadership only increase when there are elections?
You know, Rajya Sabha election is
What is the lure? What is the pull?
No, I'm telling you, Rajya Sabha election is an opportunity for the people who are, it may be with tomorrow BJP or yesterday with any political party, today with some other party. It's not a question of BJP and Congress. When internal democracy is sabotaged.
No, so you're saying people are coming out of their own will?
No, let me complete. When internal democracy is sabotaged, leadership is not giving any guidance, and there is no reason for attraction, then many people find the opportunity to leave the party. It can happen to any.
And how do you respond to allegations of 25 to 30 crore rupees being given?
I don't subscribe such allegations because you are denigrating democracy by making allegations your own MLAs. If you have any evidence, you go to the people court. The best court in democracy is the People's Court. And you are just a wild allegation against the Bharatiya Janata Party because you can't compete. And he was talking about Chinese face-off, and I am surprised. Rahul Gandhi at this juncture, the kind of a statement he had given, we have discussed it the day before yesterday on your TV channel. This was uncalled for a national leader. He was speaking just to demoralize Indian army and to convey the people that India is getting defeated by the Chinese threat. This is not the case. My humble appeal to the Congress party, in democracy, there should be healthy and a strong opposition.
No, that is true, Professor Sinha. But my final question is, at a time, and this is again an allegation, at a time when it is expected from the central government most that they should fight Corona together, get everyone along, it seems, or it appears, that the priority seems to be fighting and contesting in these, internal political games. How do you respond to this?
Sanket, I disagree with you. I disapprove when this question, if this question is very loaded. But Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made all the efforts to create an anti-corona fight as a people's movement. He has cooperation with the Chief Minister. He interacted with the Chief Minister, he interacted with the opposition parties, and this government is in democratic way welcomes all the constructive suggestions. Okay. Instead of suggesting the government or giving the concrete help, what you are doing, you are creating confusion and one more thing. Sure. In democracy, there should be a strong opposition, but it depends on your own will, your own party leadership. You are not coming out the dynasty. You are not coming out with a democratic will and democratic spirit. Then how can you save your party? Don't make allegation on Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay. Come out with something concrete. Well, I would agree on that count that if the Congress says that this is money and muscle power, then where is the proof of what they're saying? But at the same time, Professor Rakesh Sinha, I feel that this is something which should ideally be on the sidelines is now gaining center stage in the political mind space, which is not good at a time when we are dealing with the corona crisis. Thank you so much, Professor Sinha, for joining us.